was like, what the heck?
Isn't it in the Old Testament where they threw hyssop into the waters of Mara or
Mm,
Mora or something like that? The waters were bitter and nobody could drink it.
mm.
And then they threw in hyssop and
Purified it.
yeah,
Wow. That is one thing I've noticed, and it is in the Bible. It's all throughout history. The first thing they do when they overtake take a people is they poison their water or they cut off their water. If they can't cut it off, they go above and beyond and they poison it. They poison the and this is something that David did and the Israelites did to their enemies, and the Philistines did it to David. They filled their wells up. They sealed their wells where they couldn't get any water out of them anymore. And there was just always this battle for water. It's really interesting too, looking at it, um, obviously physically, but if you're looking at it allegorically and metaphysically, water represents memory. So it's just there. We obviously know that we're under attack with rewriting history and the energy to forget who we are, where we came from. Um, it's hard for me to certain. I can retain a lot of information, but after a certain number, like you start forgetting things when you're trying to learn new stuff. At least I do. So being able to do something like make a book and um, put all those plant names in the book, I don't have to retain it in here
yeah.
anymore because I have it in the book. Um, it's something that we're supposed to do, and the Israelites were even commanded to do that with the scriptures, with the Shema, to write scriptures down and put them on your doorpost, so that every time you go in or out, you touch it and you see the Shema, you see the promises of God really written all over your house to bind it on your hand, almost like a bracelet. It says to wear it around your neck, the phylacteries on your forehead, right? Bind it to your forehead, put it everywhere so that you'll never forget. Um, in a sense, that's where communion comes in. Because and I always, every time I administer communion, I'm always reminded of why the Lord said to do this every time you gather. And it's because we so easily forget and we make it about other things.
Yeah.
We forget what he did and what he's done and what he's doing. So every time that we gather to take a solemn assembly, take a moment and to think about it. That's what we do on here, right? In a sense, we don't really eat anything on here. We drinking our coffee, but we usually end out in prayer and just gentle reminders and how powerful they are. And you'll notice those